something really important to mention is why I chose the BT50. Obviously, that's going to be a big question for anyone you ask about whatever ute they drive. And the simple fact is, I like, and this is an old-fashioned idea, but I like the bigger engine. This has got a 5-cylinder, 3.2 litre, which is, yeah, as I said, it's an old-fashioned idea now, that bigger is better. Like the new Raptor that's coming out, new Ford Raptor's got something like a 2-litre twin turbo. That seems to be the way of the future. But I like the idea of a bigger engine doing less work, essentially. I had a look around for some other options. Test drove the new 2.8 Hilux. That was a good one too. Perfectly good car, no problem with it. But for the second incarnation of what I wanted, I, in this case, went for the Mazda. Mazda offered a good deal. So there it was. I went for the Mazda. I went for the automatic though. That was a big difference. To be honest, one thing, I was never happy with the automatic. It was fine. That B250 with the automatic drove my family around Fraser Island perfectly. It was ideal on Fraser Island, the automatic, nice long wheelbase. It was great. In fact, we ended up towing Lexus 200 series out of the sand. That got bogged. We towed what is it? The 4th generation Discovery. High-tech thing, super high-tech. It's supposed to go anywhere. That didn't go anywhere. It got stuck. So again, we towed that out of the sand, as well as about another 3 or 4 other cars. The automatic BT50 just kept plucking other cars out of the sand and never faulted itself. So yeah, Fraser Island with a automatic, long wheelbase ute, it's just a perfect combination. However, I found the automatic was thirsty. It was a lot thirstier than the Ranger, and so sadly the automatic BT50 was written off, and I replaced it with this car, this current 2018 twin cab tray back BT50 ute, and I've gone back to the manual, as you can tell, while I've been changing gears. And I love it. It's terrific. I'm sure when I finally take it 4-wheel driving, I'm going to find that it will be more difficult to drive than the automatic. Automatics are simply, well, they're easier. Everyone knows that. But I enjoy driving a manual personally, so I don't mind swapping the gears myself. And the fuel consumption's gone down a lot, which means I simply don't have to pull into the service station as much to get the job done. So day to day in my normal job, I can get in the car, look at maybe the fuel gauge is getting a bit low, and I still don't have to worry too much. I do have the belief that just about any Japanese ute out there is really on par with each other. And then you got the Amarok, which is a bit different, no low range gearing to that. And Mercedes have bought out just recently now their what do they call it? They've got that 4-wheel drive system, all-wheel drive system in the ute, which, to be honest, I think all-wheel drives in utes are, again, the way of the future. I think all-wheel drives in utes is going to be very important. And to be honest, I miss all-wheel drive in this. It would work really well. Because you've got these great big cars on little wheels, and they don't stick to the ground that well, especially when they're traveling light. So the 4MATIC, I think that's what Mercedes call it, if I'm not mistaken. That 4MATIC system will be a big advantage to the Mercedes, although otherwise it's a Nissan, so you can argue the point there, whatever you like. But to be honest, all the Japanese utes are pretty darn close together. So yeah, have a shop around if you're in the market and test drive them all if you can. And there's one out there for everyone. So like I said, I like the BT50 and the Ranger for that matter. It's the same thing, who cares? There's a bit of a badge difference. Apparently there's a difference in the steering, but not so much that you'd even notice unless you're actually servicing the thing. So if you're in the market, this is a great car, but why stop here? Keep looking around, find the one that suits yourself. Have a good one.